Hey everybody, I'm trying out this live thing. I don't even know if it's going to work. I don't know if these videos are going to work, but I made myself a cup of coffee and going to watch some drummers, react to them. And you guys are invited to come along with me. We'll see if this works, and then I will edit this later, and hopefully it'll become a video. Anyway, I pulled up this video by Nate Smith. Nate Smith he's a guy I started listening to, I don't know, relatively recently, maybe like within the last couple of years. Kind of heard about him when he was playing with Wolfpack. And here he's playing with Cory Wong. Cory Wong played a little bit with Wolfpack as well. And then I've seen a little bit of his solo stuff and listened to a couple tracks off of his solo drum album. So great drummer. I haven't heard this track. It just came out, I think, a couple days ago. So I just figured I'd drink some coffee, do some watching videos, and I'll watch them with you guys. We'll do it together. So get yourself some coffee, and let's watch some drums together. Watch some videos together. So Nate Smith. This track is Olympia. Cory Wong's been doing this live show. It's pretty neat. He'll interview someone, and then he'll have them come on his show. I watched the one a couple days ago with Victor Wooten. Check that one out. And that was a lot of fun. So here's Nate. I love Cory's playing, man. He's just so smooth. I'm gonna pause it here. I'll pause the video a lot so we could talk about what's going on. A couple of things. So Cory, what I like about Cory, I know we're talking about drums, but what I like about Cory is he's a rhythm guitar player. I mean, he could play lead, but he just really focuses on rhythm playing, and he's so good at playing really nice rhythm parts. So let's look at what Nate is playing. I don't watch Cory and the Wong notes very often, but I think this is their normal drummer's set. But I think he's left-handed. And so just a four-piece kit set up here. Looks like he's just got a hi-hat and a ride cymbal that he'll probably use as a crash. And then he's got a snom is what some people refer to this as. It's a snare drum / tom, right? So it's got snares on the bottom, and it's tuned low. It's a snare drum tuned low, so it works as floor tom, works as a snare, and then a high tom, and some kind of this looks like some kind of a wood snare. I don't know. There was a close up on it when we first started, so maybe we can see what that is. But it looks like it's got wood hoops, and it's a wood drum. Those are interesting looking lugs there. And he's playing minor cymbals. Got a percussionist here in the back. And I'm going to play this again. I want you to listen to what Nate plays. He does this really subtle triplet thing with the snare that makes this just groove really nice. So listen to this little subtle triplet thing that he plays in here. You hear it? Just a quick little ghost note on the snare down to the bass drum. Nate is a master of groove. Hey Peter, how you doing, buddy? Oh man, that's so good. Nice little run. Ba, 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 ba. Just comes all the way straight down scale. One thing I noticed about the bass player is his bass is strung upside down. He's left-handed, but he keeps the bass strung the correct way, which is an interesting thing to play about the bass. Notice the low tuning on that snare drum too. Tuned really low. I want you to notice something here, and this is something that great players do. I'm assuming that Nate's going to do it as he plays, but the audio does sound great on this. Peter said that the audio sounds great. So, but the drummer, a great drummer will stay out of the way of a soloist and let the soloist play. And they'll play things to support the soloist, right? So a lot of younger drummers or drummers who aren't quite as versed in this, they'll try to play a lot while the soloist is playing and attract attention to themselves. And really, as a drummer, we want to support the band. We want to help the band sound good. Like if the band is sounding good, as a drummer, you're doing your job well. So don't try to like attract a bunch of attention to yourself. Really try to make the soloist sound good. And I bet that's what Nate's going to do right here. So let's listen to this flute solo. If you don't know, man, he just played a little wicked fast run right there. If you don't know, the thing that the band is playing in the background, those are called backgrounds. And so a background or backgrounds will happen with the band. And so every time a soloist takes a solo, you'll play through the same backgrounds for the band. And so you'll catch those hits. They'll generally be written into the chart. And so as it goes to the flute or the trumpet or the saxophone, clarinet, whoever's playing, the backgrounds are generally going to be the same from the band, especially in like a big band chart or something like this, brass band. So Cory and Nate, but Nate really just supporting the flute player. Played that little eighth note thing on the bell of the ride, going between the ride and the hi-hat, laying it down, keeping the snare on 2 and 4, with just those subtle ghost notes in there, and those triplets making it just sound really, really nice. So some call and response. I sang that wrong, but so kind of repeating the same beginning and then answering it. You can do that on the drum set as well. You can play a fill and then play a fill that's similar but a little bit different, and helps your audience to kind of follow what you're doing. So Cory's added some effects on his guitar now. He's taking a solo. He usually plays a lot of rhythm, so this is cool. Okay, so this is a written out solo. You can tell because there's the horns are doubling what Cory's playing, and possibly the keyboard. There sounds like some harmonies going on there that Cory's not playing. But notice how Nate is he's building the groove up through all this. He's getting a little bit louder, going to the ride cymbal, letting it get a little bit more washy. Let's. Nice. So, okay, so this happened here. I wonder if the percussionist was supposed to play the chimes, or if she played the chimes. I think it's a lady. Might be a dude with long hair. I didn't pay attention. But listen, the chimes are going right at that pause. I don't know if that was supposed to happen or if it was an accident, but she's got a big smile on her face, so maybe she made a mistake. See the chimes? She's trying to stop him. Oh yeah. So I think she's like, oops. I think that was a boo-boo. So listen, the chimes go, everyone stops, and the chimes are still going. Yeah, I think that's a boo-boo. Also, that rhythm, it's like 16 notes, but you're accenting every third note. So it's not triplets because it's so it's like a 4/3 kind of sound that rhythm they were playing. Oh, that was tasty. Listen out. You hear how Nate comes back in? It's like floor tom, kick, crash, I think. Digga-ba. All right, something to point out right here that you might not notice if you've never played the tambourine before, but what is being played on the tambourine is pretty difficult. She's shuffling, not straight, on the tambourine, and Nate is really pulling back on the hi-hat and letting the tambourine take the main time-keeping portion of the groove. He's just playing kick and snare. He's still keeping time on the hi-hat, but it's really light. All right. That was a great track. So I do pause a lot when I listen to these things. Part of the reason I do that is to talk about it. The other part is I want you to go support the original video, right? I don't want to take stuff away from the original video. So go watch the original video. I'm going to pop something else on here.